Hi guys, it's Wathoni and you're welcome to the Baby Talk Show. On today's episode of the Baby Talk Show, I'm actually currently starstruck because I've been wanting her on my show since season 1 and she's here now. Someone flips hair. So first off, she's an actress. Yes, because she acts real good. Wife, mother. I like to say linguist because I mean she can speak English and she will say the rest herself. And I'll say musician, artist. And it says Bamike Adeniboyan, popularly known as Bambam. I needed to. I still feel like it wasn't, but it had to be up for you. You're so sweet. But thank you so much for being here.
Oh, you're such a delight.
I know that you've always, in my mind, I know you've always wanted to be here. But schedule, yes. But schedule, is either you're busy, it's either, and then I know the last message I sent to you was, I know I've been pestering your life, but it will make my day if you actually make the show.
So sweet.
And I'm happy you're here. You look beautiful. And let's go to Big Brother's house. You know, there's something about the show, and okay, fine, people are allowed to have their fans, but me, I was always about, even if I don't like a particular person, like there's someone that is either popularly hated or popularly liked. I always look at the rest and I'm like, people don't like A because of a certain thing.
That's true.
Then I looked at your character, and one thing I was always not understanding, because I am guilty, is how somebody can say something to you and you're just cool about it. And then I remember how Teddy was explaining how that is just who you are. And I'm like, how I need to be like that. Because, and at that time, you're not even a mom. Because me, at least, mom helped to reduce my my dad. But I must commend you for that.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I want to ask something about Big Brother. Do you think you as a, I don't know why I like to say as a character in Big Brother's house, because for me, I feel like,
characters.
Yes, I feel like Big Brother has a way of, fine, you show yourself, but there's a certain way people see you, and then you leave the house and you're like, that's
not me.
Yes.
So the thing is, they create a narrative with each and every one of us. You're in there doing you, but then they're selling a story. That is what I realized about the show. Because it's after you come out, people are like, oh, okay. Oh, she's actually not like that. But they made us see her that way. So they own the show, so they know what they want to project, and they know what would attract more people to watch the show. So that is what they did with us, in my opinion.
Then the linguist part, so you can speak English,
French, Yoruba.
Okay, I think
English.
But can you speak Yoruba fluently? Like,
no, I'm not as fluent. My husband yabs me every day. Even the English self.
Is it fluent?
Teddy. Oh yeah. Teddy.
Really?
Fluent. Oh. Very annoying. I love him so much. Well, I'm not as I lived in Paris, France for 3 years. We were diplomats, and I schooled in a French school for that 3 years. So I had to understand and read and write French. But after I left, I didn't practice as much, so I'm not as eloquent as I used to be.
But you understand?
Well, yeah.
Was it hard to learn?
So I was younger, so it was a challenge for me. So I had to. I didn't say it as hard because I knew if I didn't understand or learn it, I won't graduate school. So I had no choice. So I think it was hard, yes. But I just knew that I had no choice.
So you know when you said Yoruba, you're Yoruba?
I am Yoruba.
And Teddy is Yoruba.
Yes.
I just remember there's an episode I did with Tricky about religion and culture, languages specifically. So I know, like, he speaks Yoruba, you speak Yoruba, you guys are Yoruba.
But you know I'm
so
half Igbo, half Yoruba, right?
Okay, yeah, that's another one. Yes. But do you understand Igbo?
No, I don't.
I like how sincere you are.
Yes.
You're like,
I throw jabs here and there, ngeti, fegi, or pachapanyagi, or betelimiri, all those little jabs, but I do not understand.
Who is Igbo?
Your mom. She's from Asaba.
Many people out there, mothers, that are like, it's hard to be a career woman, a wife, and still mother a child, but you're doing it effortlessly. from what you're saying, I'm using what I'm saying right now. And
Yeah, I
you're
hear
doing-
you say so that you watch closely, but I don't believe you. But okay.
I do. Okay. What I was telling you earlier about how I saw Zen, a video of Zen taking pap and is it moi moi? Right?
Yes, it was more.
And I'm like, at that age, it was hard to make my son take solids or even semi-solids because of exclusive breastfeeding. I feel like exclusive breastfeeding is kind of scam because it's hard to
Switch. So what helped me with exclusive breastfeeding was because I started working from when she was 6 months. Excuse me. So whenever I head out, I pump and keep. And then if I'm going to be out really late, I get so engorged, it's painful. But then I endured it. So over time, when I couldn't get home in time for her, like I was in a Bolanle Austin Peters project for 2 weeks. So I couldn't breastfeed as much. So my breast didn't produce as much. And then from when she was 5-6 months, already was curious about food. So we started introducing pap and cereals to her early while I was pumping and keeping for her to take. So I think she made it easy for me. She naturally was very curious about food. If she sees me or her dad eating, she will crawl and dip her hand into it. But then if it's spicy, she will cry, but she will keep licking it. And then we knew that, okay, this one like food, like us, no problem. So
it's good. I like it.
It really helped how she would puke if you give her cereal. That makes it hard for me. That means if I'm going out, I have to cook in a flask for her. Unlike when I'll just take dry cereals and just mix for her to drink.
What are her favorite dishes?
Everything.
None in particular.
None
Just
in particular.
she eats bread, swallow.
She eats amala and ewedu, amala and okra. She eats moi moi. She eats beans. So we wash the beans, peel the back, and cook it with coconut oil and fish and all of that. She loves it. I do sweet or Irish potato porridge with green pepper, broccoli, red pepper, coconut oil. Oh yes. I parboil the chicken breast, I mash it, or I blend it into a paste for her. Now she doesn't like the paste, she wants to see the food. We give her paste, she will puke. But when she sees that the food, she can pick it and eat. But paste, we'll have to feed her. She will drag the spoon from your hand. She wants to feed herself. You didn't see that in the video. She was picking the moi moi and eat. She wants to pick and eat. Even feeding, we had to change from feeding bottle to straw bottles because she wants to take it herself and she wasn't angling it
all at once.
She wants to grow up so fast.
But I think you should keep taking all the videos. I want to see the next one. I want to see the soup. I want to see
I will start
akara,
doing that.
bread, everything.
I will do that. That is amazing. I will do that. Every meal I will show even how I'll do a cutaway video of how I prepare the food for you. You want that too?
Yes.
No problem. Anything.
So I want to talk about her first birthday.
Yes.
I want to ask something. You know, there's a thing about, I know mothers that say it's pointless because the child doesn't understand. But then again, I'm 18. I want to see the pictures when I was 1 and what I did, even if it was pointless at that time for me as a child. How was it planning the birthday and how was the photo shoot like? Was it stress? Like, was it like?
I need to show behind the scenes of the photo shoot. My daughter is the most dramatic child that has walked the face of this planet. When we wanted to do the cake smashing one, so we showed her the cake. She looks at it, it's pretty. She's trying to touch it. So Madeline Boss was the stylist. Make her scatter it. You want to put her hand? She was like, no. So we found a way to scatter it, just drop her inside so that the photographer could.
How did you drop her?
So she's standing and she's playing around it. Then we scatter it and then we just put her to sit for her to either put her hand, fall on it, or make a mess. My daughter will walk around it. She will walk around it. She will do she will come to me and she will clean the smudge and she was just like, oh mommy, please, I don't want you to get me all messy. I'm like, what is going on? Children love to make mess. My daughter doesn't like mess. So the best we could get, if you notice, there was no one where the cake was really messy. It was just maybe she was walking around it or just having a good time. So the trick is she has a favorite cartoon on YouTube called Word Party. That was the theme of her birthday as well. Okay. So thankfully Word Party has different songs that she loves to dance to. So to get her looking up, I hold her iPad, playing the song.
Okay.
So we kept positioning the iPads in any angle we wanted her to pay attention to, and then when she sees me dancing, she will try to dance. So the photographer was brilliant. She's great with kids. So I just needed to dance to my daughter's rhythm. By the time we were done, you would think I was in the photo. I was exhausted.
Do you guys have like private dinners?
Yeah.
Do you have like a day you say, okay, for 1 hour we give ourselves private time, play games or stuff?
So Teddy and I are very unconventional couples. Very, very unconventional. What we do most of the time, if we want to have quality time, we just lock the room.
Okay.
And stay indoors and watch Netflix and try not to break the bed. And then, and other times we can go for a drive and just sightsee, just drive around, or go to Prime Chinese, one of our favorite spots. Free PR, but okay. We really love to go out to eat, and then, or I try to just make him something nice. So we make sure that we have quality time, because it's important. It's very, very easy to get lost in trying to take care of your child, and you forgot that it took two to make the child. So you have to satisfy both of them and make sure it's 50-50 in terms of attention, and then know how to balance. I am learning balance. It's not easy.
So I think you're doing great.
Thank you.
Because you're a wife, you're a mother, you're a career lady, successfully, and you're doing all three together. Like,
I'm really trying. Sometimes he reminds me, girl, try not to let this other thing starve, or let this other thing. It even started to affect my business, Bam Beauty Products, because then I felt like someone who was torn into many places. Brand influencer, actor, I started working with a friend as I'm a board director on National Uptake. Board member, and I was a PR and publicist. I had to step down as a PR and publicist because I would have just ripped myself apart, and then try to focus on my business while still being a part of his own business and still being a part of the whole, and making sure that everybody is okay. I think we were designed to be super women. Naturally, it is an inherent something, because if it's not there, my darling, it will be really hard. But I really thank God. If it shows that I'm balancing it well, then I should be proud of myself.
Now I want to ask something here. When her first crawling experience, did you have like a diary that you're writing every single thing? I just want to see how intentional you are, because what I'm saying, you're like intentional about every single thing. Being a wife, being like everything, you're doing it effortlessly.
Oh, you're kind. So I don't document dates. So what I do is I try to catch. Like, I was so excited that day that I caught her first step with my husband. I'm sure you must have seen the video on her Instagram page.
I say I've seen them.
Oh my God! So what I try to do is have video memories of moments when she does first things. I think I have been successful at doing that, but I don't have a diary. Maybe I'll buy a diary. And check on my iPhone the dates that I made the videos so I can document them.
Okay. The live video, and you're like, it's been long you've been live to speak to, so you're like balancing everything. And then I think the celebrity life is also a career on its own, because like your fans need to see. Do you have a fan page name? Do you have a name for your fans?
So we had Bam Fam for just me, then Teddy was Alpha Nation. Then we have Bam Teddy. So Bam Teddy is
Bam Teddy that stuck. But now I'm remembering Bam Fam. Was Bam Fam there when you were in the house?
Yeah. That's the one before Teddy and I became a couple. That's the one that became more popular. Because
Bam Teddy,
Bam Teddy became more popular. But initially it was just me, Bam Fam. Then Bam Teddy afterwards.
Okay, let me not talk about my fan name. But anyway, I've changed it. So
okay.
So it's a wrap on this segment.
Oh, thank you.
On this segment, don't go anywhere.
There's still
yes.
Oh wow.
So guys, first off, you see why I said starstruck. See how it's effortlessly easy to be a wife, a mother, a career woman, mother. Like she's doing it effortlessly. So you're a wife out there, you're preparing to get a child, or you're scared to have a child. There's someone here doing it effortlessly. Bami bestowed. Her name is not Bami bestowed for mouth. She's doing it effortlessly. That's it on this segment. We'll be right back. You're welcome back to this Say It All segment. Now, there are times it'd be like I finna forget myself because see how Bambam is so soft spoken. So now let's move this to the Say It All segment. On the Say It All segment, all she needs to do is say a yes or no. I would ask a question and all she needs to do is say yes or no. So question 1, did you promise yourself you will not have another child?
Oh yes, I did. I did promise myself. It wasn't easy. You've been there, you know
yes,
what's up,
I
girl.
did. That's why I'm looking at you like
the one
I
that drew. I need to post a picture of me in the hospital. I looked like twice of this. I was so big. I was so black. I had skin tags, pimples, all kinds of things. I did not recognize myself. And I'm like, what? Hormones can do this to you? And then when she came out looking like carrot juice, it's like you drank me dry. She literally took my essence completely. What? I said I'm back. God is faithful.
And then I saw you trying to gym and stuff.
Girl, I've been working
How's
this
it going?
behind off. I do. So I had to put my personal trainer on a salary so that I'm serious. If she wasn't on a salary, I wouldn't have taken her seriously because it's hard. But I think hearing how you say all these things about me makes me know that I'm actually a really tough person because I push myself hard. I mean, I'm drinking.
Next question.
So 2, did you scream CS please?
So the nature of how I had my baby, I didn't have to scream CS please.
Okay.
So I had her at 39 weeks. I went for antenatal and my results made them want to, they said I should come back. So I had done my test and I left. And when they called, they said I had 3+ protein and I had odema and my weight was a bit much. So it was actually all written fluid. So they told me to come back for monitoring. And when they came back, they diagnosed me with preeclampsia and prepared me for surgery immediately.
But were you eating weird food?
No,
like beans and soup?
What? No.
Yeah, like mixing.
So my baby did not let me eat whatever I wanted. It was what she wanted. And it was mostly salads, fruit. The only thing is, as long as I'm awake, I have to snack on something. So even if I'm craving noodles and egg at that time, I would eat it. If I'm craving banga and pounded yam, I would eat it. Whatever time of the day, whether 2 or 4 a.m.
Now let me ask something. You have a girl. And so far with my guests, I've noticed there's something about having girls and delivery, labor. It's like, okay, there's this myth. I don't know if I'll say myth because we can't for sure say it's hard to get a girl when it comes to delivery or get a boy when it comes to delivery. We can't say which is harder per se. But most people say it's harder to deliver a girl because they're stubborn.
Really? I didn't.
And then they stay for long.
Oh, okay.
So far from the guests I've had,
They
there
all
has been
confirmed it?
Yeah, there's always the whole it was difficult. It was then I have a boy. It wasn't, I can't relate. Like I didn't have how many weeks? It wasn't maybe 38. So when you hear some say 10 months, it was hard. Delivery was like labor was like 2 days or
No, I can't relate.
And then those that come out with the whole thing tied together, most times you hear it's a baby girl.
Really?
Yeah.
It's my first time hearing all of that. So I didn't have any of that. I had a stressful pregnancy and I had CS and I would have elective CS again. This time I'll say, doc, so once it's time, just prepare the operation room. 1 hour 30 minutes she was out.
The after pain.
So the only thing is that the tummy, I couldn't tie, I couldn't put all those hot water pressure. But I'm not doing badly.
You're not.
And I'm not wearing a waist right now.
Nice.
I'm trying.
Did you have anyone with you in the labor ward?
Yes, my husband was there. He had to. They had to wash his hands and everything and wear
Okay,
all the
there's-
surgery clothes. With
Did
the
you
cap.
take videos, pictures?
So I don't think they allowed him do that.
Did you cry, scream, shout while in labor? Of course you didn't, because you were.
Yeah, it was yes.
Then there's the. Did you insult anyone? You can't relate. So okay, did you breastfeed exclusively?
Yes, I did. I did.
Did you know the sex gender of your baby before delivery?
The few times I went for a scan, the doctor could tell, but we didn't ask. But yeah, we didn't ask. But I knew. I just knew she was gonna be a girl.
So you didn't check?
No, I didn't.
That's it on the Say It All segment. Wait for it. We'll be right back. On this segment, Bam, we'll be talking on pedophiles.
Oh gosh.
And that's a...
quite sensitive.
Yes.
topic. Oh, God. And then I'm just gonna go straight into what should be done to them. Because it's really, really sensitive for me. But they should torture them. There should be a torture chamber for them. Because if there is no severe consequences for abusing someone's child, number one, you don't know the pain the woman went through before having that child. You don't know how much, even if the child is a vagabond, nothing justifies molesting a child at that age.
Yeah.
So you should be severely punished. They should literally cut their testicles and leave it for a few weeks, let it get infected, let them feel the pain of infection. Then you should let them, I don't know what injection they would give them to make them stay erect for almost 6 months and they can't do anything about it. Then they should emasculate them so they see their weapon after going through torture for a year and they can't do anything about it. And they should cut their hands so they don't get to jerk off imagining other people's children while doing that. They should be severely punished. You can educate your child all you want, but the child may not just know. Because half the time, these pedophiles are actually people we trust.
Yeah.
Mine as a kid was our maid. It's not just male, but yes, mostly it's worse when it's from a man because it really messes with the child's psyche. But even when it's from a lady, it still messes with the child's psyche because I was molested by a female maid growing up. And I did not understand what was going on. She would force me to suck her boob while fingering herself. Or she would use my little fist to finger herself. And she would threaten me that she won't feed me. And she would not take care of me because even if I go tell my parents, won't they go out and leave us alone at home? So I was stuck with her, and because it was her that I was seeing every day, I became more scared of her than even my parents. But it started making me wicked in my heart because I started to wish bad things to her as early as 3 years old. So
And
it
it's
was
not
from
that
the
you
day
didn't even understand it. Even if you're not to tell your parents, what were you going to say?
that auntie was making. It was odd. I couldn't tell my parents until I grew older when I was saying that this molestation and pedophilia and rape cases were becoming rampant.
You can see how I've been speechless because I honestly don't want to say anything about it. And it's sad that we have pedophiles. You're one out there, please stop. Retrace your steps and stop now. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we would have games. Welcome back, guys. This is the last segment, and we have games. At least lighten the mood after that previous segment.
I don't know why she asked me that. I kill you after this show.
Which one do you want to start with?
What?
So we have the gender game.
Okay.
And we have you'd write 10 parenting terms, or let's say baby talk show
Let's start with
terms
that one quickly.
in 30. Should we do 30 or 20 seconds? What? 1, 2,
10
start.
parenting what?
Terms or like
Okay.
words that have to do with parenting, motherhood. Oh, I'm
Alright.
giving it tips already.
Alright.
But yeah, basically.
An action.
Action.
Diet. School fees. Milk. Motherhood. Breastfeeding.
Time off.
I got 5.
Boy, you wrote school fees. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
I should have played this game with you, but let's give you 5 drum rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you want to finish it up?
Let me see if I can think of any other one. Parenting terms. Naughty is a term.
Naughty.
Naughty corner.
Yeah. It says naughty corner.
So the idea is just words that's associated
have to,
with
yes.
parenting. Oh.
I probably would have written baby girl.
It's
a baby girl.
Oh, baby. Child.
Exactly. Toddler. Crawling.
Crawling.
Teething.
Yes. Immunization.
For twins. Immunization. Okay,
It's cheating. It's past the time, but yeah.
So now the gender game. You pick yellow, it's twins. You pick blue, it's a boy. You pick pink, it's a girl again. But I know you want a boy. Don't worry, you get a boy or maybe twins. Even if you get a girl again, it will be a boy in Jesus' name, amen. It's just a game, but let's see.
I know. Oh my god.
No cheating.
My eyes are
Do you know you had picked the boy and I'm like, check it. Should we do it one more time?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, Wathoni, your face. Twins. Don't worry, 2 boys.
Oh my god. Well, like she said, it's a game, but you know, you never know. Lord Jesus, have mercy on me. Oh, that is so cute.
I'd love to say that I totally enjoyed myself. As I said earlier, I wanted Bambam on my show for the longest. See, knock and you shall receive. Baby. Knock and the door shall be open unto you.
Okay.
She's here and I am super happy. I need to say it
Oh my
again.
god.
So guys, that's it on today's episode. I'm super excited. I've learned a lot for when I'm going to get married.
Aww.
I know that I can actually mix these things together and do it just like Bambam eats. Or even better, huh? So yeah.
Okay.
That's it on today's episode of the Baby Talk Show. Until next time, Bambam and I want you to stay beautiful.
Yes, please stay beautiful and stay amazing. You can do it.
Yeah. Bye guys.
Bye-bye.